Okay, finding the constant of proportionality. Let's start with what we already know. We know that we learned to, in order to see if a table is proportion, we do a division. So we'll do 30 divided by 3, and we get 10. And we do 80 divided by 8, and we get 10. And we do 100 divided by 10, and we get 10. So you're getting the point that the ratios are the same. So if they're the same, we can represent this table with an equation. And the first thing we need is the constant of proportionality. So the constant of proportionality is a K in a formula, and that equals y divided by x. Well, if you notice, y is any of these, and x is any of these. So if I just choose this one, 30 divided by 3 is 10. So this is my proportionality constant. And now I can write the equation for it. So the equation is y equals 10x. So in other words, it's y equals kx, and as soon as I find the k, which is the proportionality constant, I just plug it in right there for the equation to represent that table. So let's try another one. Okay, y is 15 divided by x is 5. So that gives me a proportionality constant of 3, and the equation is y equals 3x, and this equation represents this table. Okay. So for every can of paint, you can paint 3 birdhouses. That's what this means. 3 birdhouses per can of paint. Okay? So let's find the proportionality constant for this table. Y is the number of votes for Victor. I'm just going to pick the first entry. Divided by X, which is 9. 342 divided by 9, and feel free to get a calculator if you need it, is 38. And that would be 38 votes for Victor per vote for Faye. So 38. And this is my K. And so to write my equation, it would be y equals 38x. Constant of proportionality equation. Okay, let's do another one. Constant of proportionality, the y is 1,212. The x is 6. So 1,212 divided by 6 is 202. So my proportionality constant is 202 calories for every chocolate bar. So the equation is y equals 202x. And it's important that you write the equation just like it says, because an equation is in terms of 2 variables, a y and an x. So this y equals 202 times x represents this table. So we don't want to be leaving pieces off. When it says write an equation is not 202. An equation is going to have a y and an x in it, or 2 other variables in it. Okay? All right, do one more. K equals 14 over 7. 14 is the y, 7 is the x, which equals 2. So my equation is y equals 2x, and this equation represents this table. Also notice for every piece of chicken, it's going to cost $2. Okay, let's do another one. K equals 32 divided by 2, 16. So for every box of candy, you're going to get 16 pieces per box. So your equation to represent this table with this situation is y equals 16x. All right. Hopefully this will help you with today's lesson on finding your proportionality constant, which is K, and using that to write an equation to represent the table. Thanks, y'all.